it's me back for a brand new video, and this week's interview I'm joined by Stranraer legend Hopkins. Talk me through your early years of being a footballer.
Okay, well, early school days when St Margaret's went senior secondary, and I played football for the school team for St Margaret's. Played with them right through until I was 15, and that's when I left school, obviously. And then when I left school, I wasn't bothered about football, you know, it wasn't all that great. I didn't know anything about it. And then one of the guys, Billy Collins, who I knew quite well, he knew the way I played football, and he asked me if I'd like to go down for a trial to play with Queen of the South. And I said, aye, okay then, I'll go for the trial. So I got the trial, and Queen of the South signed me. They wanted to sign, so they signed me right away. But the only problem was, it was the amount of travelling. You know, they had two teams, Queen of the South, and you know, their second team. And I played for the second team for a wee while, and it was getting a wee bit, you know. And then I did get a game for the big team, and I played with them. And then when I was playing with them, Stranraer approached me to sign for them. And they asked me if I'd like to go down for a trial. I went down to Stranraer for a trial, aye. So I went down for the trial, and they signed me. They thought I was quite a good player and I would do a job for them. And so they signed me. And that was it. So then I never looked back.
You began your career at Arthley and then you moved to Queen's. What was your memories from this time?
Right. They were just a junior team. And but they were a good junior team. They had quite a good lot of players. And then we played against Queen of the South in a friendly at Atherley. And then I got a letter in that how would I like to play for Queen of the South. And I says, I said I'd like to play for them. So I was playing for them. And then I played for Queen of the South in a trial against Stranraer. This was only a friendly. And then I got a letter in for Stranraer, would I like to go for a trial with them? And I said, oh, well, okay then. I said, I'll take that. So I went for the trial with Stranraer, and they told me right away that they said they would like to sign me.
After a brief spell at Queen's, you made a move to Stair Park in 5th of June 1971. Why did you move to Stranraer?
Stranraer, they were a great bunch of boys. You got to know them quite well. As I say, they all came, most of them came from up here. And we trained at different areas. I trained at Love Street with St Mirren. All the other boys, they trained at individual teams as well. And it was brilliant. And then, but as I say, once we had it, and then we all got together on a Saturday. I mean, we never saw any the Stranraer, except on the Saturday when the bus picked us up in Paisley to take us down to Stranraer. But it was great. But the guys that was played, you know, you had guys like Big John Heat. But these guys were all just guys who enjoyed their football. And Stranraer were a great committee to us. You know, they just let us go on with what we enjoyed doing and things like that. But I had a good time, you know, the likes of and everybody came from up here, practically. I think there was only about 3 guys playing for Stranraer that came from Stranraer. The rest of them came from Paisley, Glasgow, Johnston, me, you know, so that was it.
You played 398 games for the club, and that made you second in the appearance list. Did you enjoy your time at the club?
My most memorable, enjoyable, we were playing against St Mirren. It was at Love Street, And St Mirren were actually quite a good team at that time, but Stranraer were actually quite good as well, but it was a Scottish Cup tie. And I scored a goal there after in the second half. I scored a goal in the second half against St Mirren. Okay, I'm just trying to... St Mirren beat us 2-1 that day. They beat us 2-1, but I scored against the team and it was at Paisley. It was at Love Street, and I got a goal against them at Paisley.
You were awarded a testimonial alongside Hugh Hay in 1981. What was your memories from this time?
Right, the enjoyable thing is they had arranged the games against Celtic and Rangers, and it was brilliant because I mean all the guys for Stranraer were all playing at the same time, and I think we got beat to that day. If I can remember right, we got beat. I think it was about 3-1, but it was brilliant. I mean the boys all played well. Big Hoppy, that's the centre half. You had just trying to think now. Jim Traynor was the centre forward. Macaulay was midfield, and these guys they really enjoyed it as well. To the fact that we were playing against that teams, you know. Well, it was two. They were amalgamated, and it was really a great day. And there was a good crowd at Stranraer too. It was a great crowd at Stranraer.
Do you still keep in touch with your ex-teammates?
Well, I did. I see now that once we had chopped it, we kept, you know, we kept with each other. You know, I used to phone them, they used to phone me, and we used to meet up, and we would do something, and we'd go to the football together. And then, I still, as a matter of fact, I still see Macaulay now. So I do. Jim Traynor I don't see, Big Hoppy, I seen Big Hoppy, John Heap, he was the centre half that played with Stranraer at the time, great centre half too. But other than that, over the last year, the only person I've seen is wee Macaulay. Still see wee Macaulay right enough.
Who's best player you've played against and why?
Well, when we played against Celtic, the Celtic team was good, but it was a treat to play against wee Jinky Johnson. I had seen him umpteen times in television playing, never thought that I would ever get here I am playing against this player who was it was world known. It was brilliant, but it was a good game. I never gave him much of a chance because I was I was kind of stopping things. I knew what like he was, and they told me that I had to stick with him all the time. That's what I had to do. I had to stick with him, and I didn't near Stranraer, and I done that, and it was brilliant playing against him. Always.
Who's favourite players when you played at Stair Park?
The best players that I've played with doing at Stranraer, you know, that had the centre half was John Heap, you'd wee Macaulay, Jim Traynor was the centre forward, scored some amount of goals for Stranraer. Brilliant wee player. Surprised he ever stayed there. I thought he'd have went somewhere else because he was really a good player. And then, but as I say, you had John Heap, centre half. You had wee Bobby Duffy. They were all good players. And of course myself. You know, I was just as good as they were.
Have you any funny football stories?
Yeah, unfortunately we used to do a lot of travelling to games, away games, and you know we were always, because we played for Stranraer, and you had characters like Wally Whiteside he would kid on the guys and that, and he would put stuff onto their seats, and they used to get a walk about, and they didn't know walking about and it was stuck to their behind. But they all knew who it was that had done it. I carried things like that. And then there was out in the park as well. When you were playing, you're playing your football. They used to have a lot of arguments between themselves if you didn't do things right, and they wanted to, you couldn't play the way they wanted you to play. No, it was brilliant. characters, a lot of them. Well, the fans at Stranraer were absolutely brilliant. You know, they really appreciated all the players. Really, they held them in high esteem. You know, because it was always that, you know, you were going out onto the park and you were playing and they were supporting you, they were cheering you on, and it never changed. They were like that all the time. You know, they never ever sort of kind of bellowed you know, booed or anything like that, you know. They thought that you were their team, you know, and they really appreciated you. Well, I really enjoyed, thanks very much for interviewing me. I've really enjoyed it. Not the fact, because my own family, they were only wee when I was playing with Stranraer, so they didn't see me very much because I was actually playing football, and it was all girls that I had. And you couldn't sit down and tell your girls about all the football stories, but being me, I was telling them, oh, your dad played well, you know, I was quite good today, and then I was telling them how the game went, and they were really absolutely brilliant. And then, as I say, the supporters, they thought the world of me. You know, I got on with the supporters very well, and they were screaming me on, and even the committee. I think that's the reason why I stayed with them for so long, because I had an opportunity. I could have went to another couple of teams. So I could have went to St Mirren, because we played St Mirren and had a great game that day. And other than that, and then that was me finished with my football season career. Once I left, and that was it up. Well, I thought it was, but it wasn't, because I went back to junior. I went back to Atterley again and played with him for a couple of seasons, and then that was me finished.
Thanks, Jim, for this week's interview. I really appreciate it. Hope you're doing well in these hard times, and I hope your grandchildren is enjoying your stories. And I can maybe see you at Stair Park soon. Everyone, remember to like, subscribe and share, and then hit the bell symbol so you never miss a brand new video. And I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye!